Hey dreamers, how you doing? This is Nick Barrett from alwayslucid.com. Okay, so today I want to continue our SGLD experience, our SGLD understanding, Spirit Guided Lucid Dreaming, to part 2, which is me on the move with the camera, holding it very steady. So sorry about the shakiness, I'll try and keep it as still as I can. Okay, so part 2 is all about intuitive knowing. Okay, so intuitive knowing. This is how we perceive our guides. At the early stages of my experiences, the more I met my guide, the more intuitive it became in waking reality, the more psychic I became. It was strange. It was like I was unlocking amazing capabilities within me, or dormant parts of the brain were now awakening up and expanding and neurally connecting to other pathways that's never been connected before. So now I can actually sense when he walks into a room. So say I'm in the living room, I'm watching something, all of a sudden I feel this presence, this inner knowing that he has entered the room. I can feel it. There's no other way to describe it than just say, I can feel it. Which I know sounds a bit wishy-washy, but it really is that. You feel it here in your heart. You just feel this presence, and you know his presence because you know how it feels in the dream state. So this is quite interesting. So because of the practice that you've been doing into your lucid dreams, because you've been summoning your guides, when you see them, you feel their presence intuitively, psychically. It's like they have a personality through feeling alone, without any words, without speaking anything. You just know it's them. And the same feeling crosses over into waking reality. So it's very fascinating. And what's really interesting is that each spirit guide or each spirit has their own unique personality feeling, or spirit feeling, or whatever you want to call it, or spirit presence. Each and every one has their own individual feeling. And when you open yourself up intuitively, you can actually feel completely their presence. So the more you do SGLD, the more you'll know this presence. So how do we make this stronger? So, first thing is, keep talking. Keep talking in waking reality. You can do it right now. Talk to them every day. Like right now, I know for a fact that because I'm drawing attention towards spirit guides and towards my guide, because I'm showing honor in doing that and respect by sharing this information, and they want me to share this information, I know that he's with me right now. In fact, all my spirit family, I can feel it. You just feel it, in your heart. You can just sense that they're here. So you too can do that. If you're a beginner in this and you think, well, maybe I don't have a spirit guide and all that, let those thoughts just dissolve. Let them not get in the way, because that itself is a distraction. This is the mind, you see, because the mind can't actually ascertain what metaphysics is. They don't know what it is. The mind wants to put it into a box in linear terms and make it understand what it is three-dimensionally, and it cannot be done. It wants to know exactly where it's going, where it's been, how it is, why it is, all this stuff. This is what we need to come away from. Don't let the mind get in the way. Very important point. Again, we want to come into feeling, come into perceiving through feeling, through the heart chakra. This is what it's all about. And this will open you up intuitively. Using the third eye especially. The third eye and the heart work in unison together. So let those two really be the lighthouse for you. Also, this can be done through meditation, obviously, when you're in that quiet space. It doesn't always have to be verbal and out loud. You can say it within your mind. You can talk to them through sitting down, quietly in a room, and you're just having this dialogue, having a conversation. Now the interesting thing is this: once you start doing this more often, you'll have a reply to questions. Now this is usually what happens, okay, if you're starting out, and this is what I'm only speaking from experience. This is what happened to me. When you say, okay, so what is your name, you'll hear a name and you think, okay, so it's, I don't know, Jeffrey for an example. And then your mind will go, hey, Jeffrey? Is this really Jeffrey? I mean, there's all these questions. Because again, it doesn't want to understand metaphysical means, and it can't. So it tries and understands it in linear terms. So you want to ignore that. So no matter what answer you get, obviously observe the answer, register it, say, okay, so it's Jeffrey, okay. But do not judge it. Do not then carry it further and think, okay, why is it Jeffrey? How is it Jeffrey? All that stuff. Just carry on talking. And there is an element at the beginning of trusting this information, trusting that you are doing the right movements towards psychic knowing, towards sealing that bond with your guide. So, like I said, just carry on the dialogue, ask questions, feel questions as well, through feeling, sense. Don't always rush it as well. Just pause between questions, wait for an answer patiently, and don't force the answer. When you don't force this answer, you'll find that it will just come. And this is how I really got to know the feeling of my guide. And for me personally, I like to meditate in silence, with my thoughts silent. I have done the conversation through meditation with my guide, but I actually like to just speak it out loud. I find it has a high resonance somehow. So I go into a room and I'm just like, hey Cliftoff, I've had a bad day. Can we talk about it? Da da da. All that stuff. I just talk to him like a friend. And you just get these feelings and huge amounts of information within a split second. This is what psychic capability can give you. Instead of waiting for the dialogue response of an answer, you actually receive within a split second a huge bout of information. Huge amount, like huge amount. In such a split second, you can receive so much information from your guide because it's feeling. You can actually transport a lot more information in the coding of feeling than with verbal dictation alone. That's a very important point, and that will actually psychically open up your heart chakra more. You will psychically feel their presence more. So I really recommend doing this every day. In my book I call it SGLD exchange, and I think on another video I actually have this explained in another way. But yeah, exchange is like you are literally exchanging with your guide. And especially during the beginning stages, if you really want to seal that bond, if you really want to discover your spirit guide or spirit family, just carry on talking every day. You may be on the way to work, on the bus, just silently, just have this dialogue. But the important thing is consistency. You have to keep it going every day. Maybe the last thing at night, especially good for lucid dreaming because, as you know, at night you can lucid dream. So it would set the intention of meeting your spirit guide in your lucid dreams. So you're bringing more awareness to the energy of a spirit guide. And obviously the more energy you put in, the more energy you get out. So, a lot of information there, guys. I can talk about this for days, but this one's called Inner Knowing, and next time we'll be looking into some techniques and meditational exercises and things. But yeah, stay cool, guys. I love you all, and please subscribe. Peace.